now is we're getting ready to celebrate with Bishop's Tobago because they're celebrating 100 years. Tash?
Yeah, joins us this morning to speak about Bishop's Tobago celebrating 100 years. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning. How are you all doing here this morning? And thank you
Well,
so much for
thank
having me.
you. Definitely, we are awake and we are ready to go. First of all, of course, congratulations on what an incredible feat, 100 years. We can only imagine what these celebrations are going to be like. Let's talk about that. The launch of your website and the Centennial celebrations, how are they going?
Yes, okay. So, of course, well, this year is actually the 99th year. So, we would have celebrated the 99th year on September 14th, 1924. Next year is our celebratory year, and we are so excited about it because we had so many things happening on the day. On Friday, the 13th of September, we actually did a Founders Day church service at St. Andrew's Anglican Church, where the Bishop of Trinidad and Tobago was there. We also had a proclamation of celebration and witnesses through the streets of Scarborough, and a media launch which took place all on that day to able to help persons and get the message out there that this is happening, and of course that our website has been launched, and we want persons to be able to be a part of the celebration because 100 years is no easy feat for any institution. And Bishop's High School Tobago is actually the first co-ed institution in Trinidad and Tobago, so we have a lot to celebrate and to be grateful for.
Now, as you have a lot to celebrate, you have a month of events that will definitely be unforgettable. Tell us a little bit about the calendar for next month as you celebrate.
So it's not just a month, it's actually an entire year, but we are starting it off this month. And so for this month in particular, we do have two things that are going to be happening. So we're going to be having the launch of our students' mural project to memorialize our 100th anniversary. So we would have worked collectively with our current students of Bishop's High School, past students and staff to see how we can be able to have it as an intergenerational celebration. And we also have Steel Under the Stars on September 23rd. Both of these events are on September 23rd, where we are going to be able to celebrate and persons are able to connect together. As for November, we actually have a youth forum where students are going to have a debate. So there are a lot of things where people could be able to get involved. And if you would like more information, of course, you can check out our website to see what exactly is going on throughout the year, because I am telling you, you have to prepare yourself from now because it's going to be a year full, even almost 2 years of celebrations. And the website, of course, is Bishop's Tobago 100.
Now, you just mentioned even 2 years of celebration. So what has the planning been like for this and who is involved?
Oh my word. It is excited, it is exhilarated, it is stressful, but of course, if you want something to be done well, you have to put in the work for it. So this is actually an intergenerational approach. So we have a lot of different alumni coming together, and it is being chaired by our chairman, Ms. Zelma Cowie. So the Board of Governors of Bishop's High School would have tasked a committee to be able to execute, and it's like a collaboration of all the different entities and stakeholders of Bishop's High School to come together to be able to execute.
Sounds amazing. Now, also coming out of this, I saw it was noted that there is the initiative to build a database for alumni as well. Can you give us a little bit more information on that and how those who are interested can ensure that they're registered?
Yes. So what we want is to see as many persons and to see how much bishops would have been able to influence so many individuals throughout Trinidad and Tobago and throughout the world. So we have coined the term Bishop's History is Tobago Legacy. In fact, it's Trinidad and Tobago Legacy because we have so many prolific past students who would have gone through Bishop's High School to do so many different things, like our Prime Minister, our Chief Justice. There's so many. So we want to be able to catalog, to highlight all these achievements and accomplishments that our alumni have been able to do. And we also want stories because we know that persons would have had all these different type of experiences going through Bishop's High School. So we want to be able to catalog that and to be able to show it and just express it, because we're also looking for our historical assets. And I know you're wondering historical assets. So we are actually trying to gather as many Bishopian artifacts as possible, whether it be publications, whether it be papers, whether it be pictures, whether it be songs. Once someone who passed through Bishop's High School was able to accomplish this feat, we are calling it a historical asset, and we want to showcase our historical assets.
Excellent. This is something, of course, that is going to go down in history. And of course, we'll continue to bring about that pride and really inject those with that pride, being past students of Bishop's High School. Now, there was something else that was mentioned, the Centennial Susu. What is that about?
So, as a traditional susu, you know that you pay a hand forward in order to benefit in the future. So, this is something that we would have coined because we want to be able to ask all our alumni, home or abroad, near or far, to make a special donation of a minimum of $100 towards the school and the celebrations. So, $1 for every year of service, as you would say, to the community and its people. So, we are calling it a susu because it's a traditional saving method. And in this case, we want it in any currency, not just TT, but of course, if it's any other foreign currency, we'll be able to appreciate it because we want this to be able to help secure the future of our future students of Bishop's High School for generations to come.
Wonderful to see that initiative as well. Now, also something that Bishop's is well known for is their choir. And I see there is a call for voices for the 100 years. How is that going and what can we look forward to?
So it's going to be very exhilarating because we do plan to have as part of our celebrations, Bishopians in concert. So this 100 voice choir is asking that persons who are able to sing, not just carry a note, are able to sign up and get involved to be able to have that grand performance next year because it's really going to be exhilarating and exciting. And this is going to be chaired by John Arnold, who is a prolific person when it comes to music. So it is something that you really want to get involved with, knowing if you can sing, because we want to make sure that we can carry a tune and be able to have a grand performance.
Definitely will be a grand performance. I'm hearing all of these names and knowing not just, of course, John Arnold being prolific, but many of the past students as well. Now, you've shared an incredible calendar of events, some of the upcoming initiatives, so important as well, giving back, ensuring that the school continues to live on. Now, what about those who may be interested in participating and may not be here or may not have the time? How can they get involved?
So what we're doing, and this is where we're really excited for persons to be able to share their stories, because in our planning and our research, we realized that there are persons who are not in the country. So we want to be a call to come home. But more so, if it is that you cannot make it, we want you to stay connected. We want you to be able to share online. We want you to be able to post videos and talk about your memories and your stories, even post your graduation pictures or your high school uniform pictures, so that persons realize that it's not just one entity, but it's a collective whole that has been able to do so many amazing things and to be able to connect. And so, of course, we would want you to follow our socials as well, because that way you could be able to see what is happening. You might see someone you haven't seen in years. And at this point, we're realizing that a lot of persons are taking this opportunity to plan their reunions around the Centennial celebration. So it's a way to be able to be festive and to come together. And of course, these are all going to be some of our things, because we do plan to have a lot of in-house in Tobago activities where you can come together, you can rally, and even to send photos and be a part of the celebration.
Now, as you mentioned, sending photos, Brittany, you would have mentioned the collection of historical assets. Will it be that after the celebration of the 100 years, one will actually be able to get some sort of memorabilia of this, well, magnificent event?
Yes, of course. And the intention is after the celebrations in Tobago that it goes to Trinidad to continue the story and the celebration. And of course, to be able to have a lot of physical assets to be able to present and to be able to promote and be able to sell, because of course this is going to be very commemorative. It's not often that you have an institution celebrate 100 years, so we want to be able to do it in grand style.
Well, it definitely sounds like it's going to be in grand style, and one can only imagine as the years go on how it will continue to grow and blossom. Brittany, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure. All the best to you and your team as you continue to charge forward with a very long calendar of events going up to, as you would have mentioned, possibly 2 years. Have a good day.
Thank you so much for having us. And Bishops, come home.
Beautiful. Speaking about Bishop's High School, Tobago celebrating 100 years, also going to be coming to Trinidad as well. Stay tuned. There's more coming up on this edition of Tobago Thursdays after this break.